I'm going to pull them a little more on some players. Like I said, this is a year ago. That's going to get them. Nice. Found one. Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about vertical jigging on this segment. Now, it's something that's really become a lot more popular in the last 5 or 6 years in musky fishing. And what makes vertical jigging so successful, in my opinion, is the ability to keep a bait deep and in the strike zone for a longer period of time. When you're trolling, the bait goes through there and it's there and gone. When you're casting, it's there and gone. But when you're jigging, it stays right in the fish's face. Now, traditional vertical jigging baits like this Bondi lure here was made for jigging rivers. But I tell you, it's really helped me in jigging in reservoirs and lakes all across the country. Whether I'm in the northern part of the Musky Range or the southern part, jigging can be really important. Let's talk a little bit about what you need to be a good vertical jigger. Now, for me personally, I like a good reel with a power handle on it. This is the Tranks 500 here. The power handle lets me really get on the fish and pick up line fast when a fish hits. As far as a rod go, I like a rod with a little bit of backbone to it. This is the 9-foot extra heavy St. Croix. It's also got the thicker handle on it, and to me this handle is really important because when you're jigging, there's a lot of pressure up underneath your arm and you don't realize how sore you get. So this foam handle and oversized handle actually plays a big part in that. The jig ripper, something that I stumbled on about 5 years ago. Man, this thing really helps with the holding of the rod and the placement of the rod under your arm. It gives you a lot more power, and it also allows you to set the hook a lot harder. Now, as far as the line, any heavy duty line, leader, this is just a 12-inch stealth casting leader. But the technique of jigging is pretty similar to any other. What I like to do is when you let the bait down, some people like to use their trolling reels for this, and that can be good too, but I rely a lot on my graph. And the regular 2D sonar to me is really, really important. And so what I do is I put it down to the depth I'm looking for, typically the depth of the structure or the depth of where I'm marking bait. And what I do is when I'm jigging, I'm always looking to keep my jig in the sonar cone. All right, to me that's really important, to be able to get my jig in the sonar cone. So with a 2D sonar, basically what that's going to look like is almost like a heart monitor. Okay, that's going to be your eyes on a regular 2D sonar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take a little video here on my phone so I can put that up and allow you guys to see that, what this looks like on the graph. And you can see there the line going up and down. That's my jig on the graph. Now, for some of the newer sonar, right here I've got the Panoptics, the Live Scope by Garmin, and this right here to me is incredible, the detail that it shows when you're jigging. I'll try to get the jig in front of it here now and let you see. There you can see the jig going up and down, and you can actually watch in real time what it looks like on the graph. It's pretty amazing to be able to do this. So either one, whatever one you got, make sure that you've got, you can see your jig on there. Now when you're jigging, the one thing that I always tell guys is put it from the water up to about your waist, because hook sets are important. If a fish hits here, you can set the hook, and if a fish hits here, you can still set the hook. Now, if a fish hits and you're up like this, it's really hard to set the hook, because a lot of times the fish hit as the bait changes direction, whether it stops at the bottom or stops at the top of the retrieve. So make sure you have that and you're able to make, get a good hook set on the fish. The other thing is that do not quit reeling. Make sure that you constantly stay on that fish. You will lose fish jigging at times, so always make sure you stay on that fish. To me, that's very, very critical when you are doing the vertical jigging. And also, I like to move around a little bit. I usually keep the trolling motor on about 0.5, 0.3, something like that, and just kind of move real slow, whether I'm jigging bait or a break, or I'm jigging stumps like I'm jigging here. You know, to me, it's very important to keep moving around and get that bait going in a lot of different areas. Also on the fall, as this bait goes down, watch, I'm following the line down. I'm always following. I don't want it to fall on a slack line like that, because if a fish hits on the way down, I want to be able to feel it. So as it goes down, notice I just follow it on down. So always do that. That's a few tips to help you out if you get into this vertical jigging, which I encourage everybody to at least try a little bit through the year, from a rod, a reel, the jig ripper, to the lure. Guys, subscribe to the channel. I really hope you like what we're doing here. We're going to be giving you stuff every week. So we'll see you next week. I'm going to try to catch a fish.
I want a picture with that one. That's